Or if you are new, welcome. I'm Nikki, if you are new. I don't normally say that, but I feel like it's quite pleasant to say hi, so hello. My ring light is like right here because for some reason it's not as bright as it usually is, and it's wobbling. It's making moves over here. For today's video, I'm gonna be doing something that's that was trendy about 2 years ago, but only now I'm getting onto it. Are we surprised? No. I'm gonna be doing the following Madison Beer's Vogue Beauty Secrets video. Don't think this is really gonna go well with the natural makeup she's got going on, but we'll see if we can make it work. Also, my door is chatting today. It's like it wants to join in on the video, apparently. Before we start, if you haven't already, hit subscribe down below or in the corner or my little face. There you go. Let's get into it, shall we? Love the music on this.
Hey guys, it's Madison Beer, and I am here today to show you my everyday skincare and makeup routine. The first thing that I do when I wake up is I immediately wash my face. I throw this on.
I've already washed my face. I'm not going to wash it again. Sorry about it, but she is putting in her little like bow thing, so it's the return of the bow. So I'm gonna pop mine in. Mine's a bit dirty, I'm not gonna lie. It's got a bit of foundation on it, so we're just gonna turn it around.
And then this is my cleanser. I have struggled with my skin for the past 3 years, I would say, when I was like 19. So the next step in my routine is a toner. I just got put onto this toner. My friend uses it.
I don't have a toner. We're off to a great start. Do I have a toner? No, I don't have a toner. Why am I even second guessing myself? I don't have a toner.
Next step I do is my moisturizer. And I really like this moisturizer. It's like whipped and it comes out in this really cool, fancy schmancy way.
Mine doesn't come out in a really fancy schmancy way. Mine's just a screw top. I'm going to use the CeraVe moisturizing cream for dry to very dry skin. I am none of the above, but we use it anyway because it's fragrance free and it's CeraVe, so you cannot go wrong. Pop a little bit on. I don't want to be putting too much on. Pop the lid back on before there's a spillage.
It's interesting. You would think having acne would make you want to get into skincare, but it actually made me really scared of it.
Same.
I'm gonna move on. This is my favorite facial spray in the entire world. I'm not even gonna try to butcher the name because I'm gonna fail miserably.
She's in a face mist. Do I have a face mist? Do I own one? Be right back. I have a little bit left of the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe and herbs and rose water. Who remembers this? This was something, wasn't it? So I'll just use this, I guess. I think it's the only one I have. Is this a toner? Is this a toner? No. Is it? No. I'm not sure. Just give the face a spritz like she's doing.
So last step of my skincare routine before we go into the makeup, which I'm excited about, is this La Mer Eye Concentrate Eye Cream, and this makes me feel so fancy.
I don't have an eye cream. Right, in my defense, we're here for the makeup, right? Not the skincare. I don't know why I do this to myself all the time. I've already done the Selena Gomez one and the Hailey Steinfeld one. If you want to see them, links below. And every time I don't watch them beforehand, and then I try to do it on the spot, and I'm like, I don't have any of that stuff. Just a heads up, I probably don't have any of the stuff that she uses in this. Everything she used went viral, didn't it? So I can almost guarantee you I do not have any of that stuff, but we'll see. We'll make do with what we have. For under eye cream, I'm going to use my Revitalift SPF 30 moisturizer. We'll just put a little bit under the... I've already put some of this on today because I've been out and about. That's why I didn't use this all over my face again. But we'll put it under the eyes. It's also an anti-aging. It'll be nice and wrinkle-free, I guess, under the eyes. Love that.
Sad moment, I take off my cute little headband, which I miss the moment it comes off my head.
Why is she taking the headband off? Oh no! Bye, headband.
First step of my makeup routine, which this is a very, very new thing I've initiated with my makeup. I've not always done this, and I'm obsessed with it. I used to have really out of control eyebrows. This amazing trend of soap brows, which whoever came up with that is genius. Take a spoolie brush, and you really get soap.
Okay, she's using soap brows, don't have that, but we are gonna use a brow gel that sticks them down just as well. We're gonna use the Got To Be Glued for brows and edges gel. It has gems all over it, don't mind that.
In there, just brush through your eyebrows. And again, I don't know if I did this right. And now I'm really into the soap brows.
She just brushes the brows up, but it like keeps them looking quite tame at the same time. I don't know how she's doing it because she's just being very all over the place with it, so I don't know. But you know, it is Madison Beer, so everything she does is perfect, isn't it? We're gonna tame him a little bit because that scares me just a tad. So run this over the top. I'm just gonna use my fingers just to wipe off the glue from around it. Lovely. Now what's she doing?
I don't really use foundation technically, it's a skin tint is what it's called.
She didn't say what one she was using, but I don't have it. It's the Glossier one, I think, because it looked like a Glossier bowl. So we will use this tinted moisturiser from Laura Mercier. This is the tinted moisturiser in the shade 2W1 Natural. Is she putting it everywhere?
It's supposed to.
She's putting it everywhere, so that's fantastic. We're gonna pop it on. Hers looks like a few shades off from her own skin tone as well, so look at us go, Madison. Okay, I just have to quickly run and wet my sponge because she uses a sponge and I was not aware of that beforehand, and I'm not one to normally use a sponge, so wet mine and we're gonna blend.
Also, yes, I know I aggressively beat my face when I'm doing this, but
I just kind of like how it looks with the sponge. Who would have thought? It looks less like cakey, it looks more like skin. Obviously all my imperfections are still peeking through, but I might cheat the system a little bit and go over them with some concealer if she doesn't go over hers with concealer, because I know she's got one lying right here. Let's see what she does though.
Okay, so next up is the Lord and Savior of concealers, which is the NARS Creamy Concealer. I've been using these.
I don't have that, I have this one. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, but we also have the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, both in the shade Fair Warm. She's got two in her hands, so we'll see what she does with them. I'm gonna use the hydrating one to begin with.
I actually, 99 to be completely honest, 99% of my days I don't wear any makeup at all. I'm just too lazy, to be frank. But when I'm in the mood and I have time to do like a full face, I will, because I like doing makeup.
Okay, she started off with like a few lines and now she's just going back over and really putting it up to the lash line, so I guess we'll do the same. Okay, we're gonna use it in here. She does it all the way in here. There's quite a bit, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna try and cover up as many spots on my forehead as possible. I'm gonna try and use the same color because this one here is just a little bit brighter and her under eyes don't look too bright. That's why I went with this one first. We're just gonna use this one now to cover up our blemishes as much as possible. She also goes around the nose here. So then she uses her beauty blender to blend it all away.
And then I take a beauty blender and just blend that all in.
Does she have eyeliner already in her waterline? Or is that how her eyes normally look? Because they look dark, like the lash line looks dark. Do I need to put that in my eyeliner right now? Or my eyeliner? Do I need to put eyeliner in my eyes right now? Is that what needs to happen? Did I miss a step?
I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, I think they're called glow sticks, contour wands. I use it very sparingly because a little goes a long way.
I don't have that, obviously, otherwise I would use it all the time. But she's using like contour, like cream contour. So I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. And she's just adding like a small little bit at the back of the cheeks. And then how much on the forehead? Okay, a little bits over here.
Again, this might be criminal and really wrong to do it this way, but this is the way that works for me, so this is the way that I do it. My favorite product in makeup, period, is blush. This is my favorite blush ever.
Don't have that. It looks kind of like a pink, but also peachy. I don't know, because I have these two. This one's very pink, this one's very peachy. We'll go with this, and then if it's not quite what it looks like, I'll put some pink on. So she puts quite a lot on the face. So we'll add a lot to here. Oh, this one's quite peachy. We might have to add some of the Rare Beauty one on top. Which adds quite a bit to the end of the nose as well. That's gonna make my nose look huge, but that's alright. Yeah, this is way too peachy for what she's got going on. Just gonna a little bit of the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy. Just into it. I don't think I've ever put this much blush on purpose. She's just blending it with her sponge, so.
So now I'm gonna go in with powder. Weird order of operations is about to go down, just warning everybody. This is the Charlotte Tilbury.
I'm just gonna use my RCA Mano colour powder because I don't have like an in the pot type of one, like in the thingamajig one. Like I don't have one like this. This is a bronzer. Just gonna make sure I don't have any creasing under my eye. She said she just sets her under eyes and her T-zone.
So now I'm moving on to my bronzer, and I'm using the one and only Fenty Beauty, my queen, Rihanna's bronzer. And you can see how filthy this is.
Okay, she's using powder bronzer, it looks like, so I'm gonna use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. A little angle brush. And she goes back here.
It all the time, and I'm just gonna go in lightly. This is in the shade Private Island. Shout out to Ree for making the best makeup ever. And I don't really ever nose contour.
Okay, she's doing nose contour. She's using her bronzer. Excuse me, I cannot use my bronzer. My bronzer is like orange. If I contour my nose with that, that's gonna look scary. So I'm just gonna use my contour shade. Okay, she takes a fluffy brush.
I use a brush like this, and I just will get in there, and I'll just do a tiny, tiny bit on either side.
She does a little bit down here.
And then I think it was Kim Kardashian I saw do this one time, and it blew my mind.
Okay, she got it on the underneath.
Keeping it in the family, we're gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty blush, which is in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. This is the best blush ever.
Okay, she didn't show what color she's using. Stop interrupting me. Honestly, I would mute it, but obviously then I can't watch the video. So, okay, it looks like a mauvey sort of pinky reddy color. I'm gonna go between these three here. And just hope for the best, really. She adds it all over where she put her blush before. And she said she puts a lot on, which is scary.
You can never have too much blush in my world. So the next step is my beloved Morphe Madison Beer palette.
She didn't show what color she's using. She just said she's gonna go in with a lighter shade. Han, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more specific. Okay, we're gonna go into this Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. Nope. Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat. Oh, it's, never mind, I had it right to begin with. Anyways, and we're gonna go into the shade Vibrate. No, we'll go into the shade Hot Spell, because that doesn't look like it's going to do anything to the crease. So we'll do this one.
So I'm using this shade in my palette, and I'm going to use a little bit of this one as well, and I'm just mixing the two, and I'm going just into the crease of my eyes right here.
I had it wrong. She was just putting a nude shade on her lid. So we've already done the crease part. We'll just intensify it. Oh, I've got fluff on my eyelid. She's going in with a shade of this in the crease, and then that on the lid, and she keeps going between them. So we'll do the lighter one for a second and just use that to blend out what we've already done, and then we're gonna go back in with the other one and deepen up the crease.
I keep going back in with this lighter shade just to throw it in the corner of my eye.
She puts this one like on the outer part of the eye and like through the crease, obviously, and then grabs the lighter one and puts it on the inner part.
This is the best eyeshadow color in the world, so I use this brush for my inner corner, and that is it. And this is what I do. So I always try to look down or like center.
I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. eyeliner pencil for a second. This is a brown one, and I am gonna fill in the waterline because she's got a very deep waterline, like it looks like she has put liner in it. So I'm just gonna line it. Okay, she takes like a dark brown on the inner corner. So I'm gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette from Morphe. Sorry Madison, I don't have your palette. Gonna take a little angle brush into the color Secret, and she uses this to create like a little like point in the inner corner. So I'm gonna do this so that my eye closes in there, so I can see where it like needs the point. Managed to somehow create a point.
This is all this brush is for, and then it goes away. And then I have a bit bigger of brush to do my liner.
She's grabbing a bigger brush, so I'm gonna keep the same brush because I don't have a bigger one or a smaller one. So we're gonna stick with this.
What I do is I'll look and I will imagine if I had a really long eyelash coming out from here, like where would it sit and what would it look like? And so I see like a line in my head, and then I just follow that.
We're gonna mute that because I can't afford that song. Okay, so she's taking the same color, same brush, and she's imagining if she had a really long eyelash, which is kind of what I do, but I just do my mascara first, but that's fine. So, long eyelash. Let's mark it out on both sides first, shall we?
So you see kind of how it like aligns with my eyelash?
Stop it. It looks very small and natural. So we'll attempt it.
So once the eyeliner's on, I start to feel a little bit more complete. The next step is my highlighter, my cream highlighter.
Okay, she's using the Charlotte Tilbury highlighting wand. Don't have it, obviously. So I'm gonna go in with my highlighting stick. I don't know where it's from.
I just do like 2 little dots right there. And I love highlighter. I feel like it just makes...
I can't dot this on because it's like a stick. It might separate things. Oh, I'll just draw on quite a bit. Oh, I'm scared. I've already set like that part with like powder products now.
I feel like I'm a forest nymph and a fairy, and like, who doesn't want to feel like a fairy?
Okay, she blends it with a sponge and brings it all the way to the back of the cheek. So we'll attempt it. It doesn't seem to be separating anything, so that's fun.
I really like this Glossier one. It's called Play, I think. And it's...
Okay, I don't have another highlighter, so we can use a powder one. Does that work? We're just gonna go in with our Dior powder highlight and we'll mix these 3 together. Just add it over that, I guess. Oh, it looks very glowy.
I'm going to go in with my mascara. It's called the Lash Slick by Glossier, and it
We'll use the Maybelline Sky High mascara.
makes my eyelashes look like eyelash extensions. It just fills them out so much. Anyways, now I move on to my highlighter, and I use this color right here, which I made sure that I would have something that I could use in my inner corner in this palette, and so I throw this into the inner corner.
Okay, she takes like a shiny, like champagne-y color into the inner corner. So we'll take our little like detailed brush into this like goldy sort of color, and she pops it like just underneath this line on the lower lash line.
This is my favorite lip liner because it matches my lip tone, and I can get away with overlining my lips a lot and it doesn't really show.
Okay, she uses a dark brown lip liner, so you guessed it. Here comes my obsession lip liner in the shade Hookup. It's blunt. Can we get away with using that? Yeah, why not? Okay, she overlines her bottom lip. She overlines her top lip, but like keeps the Cupid's bow looking sharp.
This lip gloss I found from TikTok. This is the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil.
Okay, she uses like a lip oil. I don't have one, but I'm just gonna go in with like a gloss. This is the Morphe X Maddie Ziegler lip gloss in the shade Peach Pucker. It just comes across looking clear, so I'll use this.
And I really like to get that Cupid's bow. I put it on like my lip liner on my skin, but once you put lip gloss on top of that, it looks like your lip.
How many times do I say that when I'm putting on a lip gloss, that if you get right up to the lip liner, it looks like your natural lip? Me and Madison are one and the same.
And the last thing that I do, and this is if I'm feeling real fancy, give myself a spray of the same stuff.
Looks like we're going back in with the rose water for today.
I use at the beginning a light spray. Not the final step of my makeup daily routine is my hoops. I can't leave the house without my hoops.
Okay, it looks like she's just putting in her hoops and like she's done. Already got my hoops in. I wear them all the time. So I'm like her. I don't feel right without the hoops in. So, and I guess we're finished. It's very natural to the point where you can still see my blemishes. Oh, I don't like it. I'm not a fan. But I'm a fan of the makeup. If I didn't have the blemishes, trust me, this would be a very nice everyday makeup look. Is that gloss on my cheek? I love how glowy my face is. But yeah, this was fun. I like following them. Who should I do next? Like, I'll have to do like a browse through. They don't really do beauty secrets anymore, do they? Like they used to. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. It would mean the world and so much more. And yeah, I shall see you in the next video.